Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy. Phew!
Purveyor of all essential provisions.
Go! With the wind. Huh?
Frozen. Crisp. You'll get frostbite. Cold cut platter. Freshness preserved. Chill to the bone. Let me try my blade. This will end you! Cheap trick.
I actually like this. Obviously, it could be way better, but I wouldn't be opposed to something more like this. This is cool. if they were gonna make you run around this place as much as they do, they really should put in more hidden chests. There aren't that many, it seems.
Gather!
Rain Cutter. Rain outlines your fate.
this realm. If you ever... Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Woo. Huh? Yo! During our shows, I'm usually Linny's assistant. Because I never speak or change expressions, people often mistake me for a puppet. This kind of misunderstanding can prevent unnecessary social interactions, so it's actually quite nice. Staying silent is beneficial for maintaining focus and gathering intelligence. Once, a VIP audience member at our show took out a handkerchief that didn't belong to his wife. As for how such information is used, now, that depends on what father wants. I prefer to use my eyes to understand the situation and find an appropriate solution, as opposed to using martial prowess. But having brute force as an option greatly increases the potential cards at your disposal, and enables you to protect those most important to you in a crisis. I have always been together with Linny, and we can tell what the other's thinking without speaking. Thus, he tends to be more quiet than normal when we are alone. Oh, can I tell when he's lying or telling the truth? Of course I can, but this matter is top secret. He is a delicate and gentle child, but also tends to belittle himself. Perhaps due to his previous experiences. Sometimes he feels like the antithesis of Linny. But since they're both family, when their opinions clash, I will bridge their differences. Oh. How father expresses love, well, not everyone can accept it. But it is only because of father that home can be called home.
The thing is, since it is believed that Arlecchino is going to become playable, and that they're probably not going to pull another Sarouche and just have it be that she fucking rewrites her entire existence to not be a supervillain, I feel like she probably won't have that arc I was hoping for, actually. Since of course, Tartaglia didn't stop being a villain, we just decided to be friends with him, which I don't know if I approve of or not.
One client, two clients, three clients.
Yeah.
The Chief Justice always feels strangely aloof, though his words are always humble. Or perhaps he just doesn't like dealing with humans? After all, when he speaks with Melusines, he's actually quite friendly. Lady Farina's behavior is incredibly hard to explain, and I can't discern any useful intelligence from observing her. I always feel like her every move and action is an act, and she is playing different people. She truly is an Archon. One cannot apply the logic of ordinary humans to her. Though she's the new president of Spina di Rosula, her style is more like the nosy big sister next door. If we really had a sister like her in the House of the Hearth, that would be really great. I know I probably shouldn't be wishing for anyone to be an orphan, but... Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Woo. I was once ordered to observe a duel of hers. Even just as a bystander, the coldness radiating from her was absolutely chilling. I don't know what it would be like to face her directly in a duel, and I hope I will never find out.
Ordered?
Toodaloo.
Ordered to?
The costumes Linny and I wear for performances were specially tailored by Chiori. Once, Linny was using a small knife for a magic trick, and accidentally cut the cuff of his sleeve a bit. She scolded us non-stop. It was scary. Luckily, I can hide behind Linny whenever we go to her shop. I was eventually cornered by her for interviews a few times. the way she persistently asked, even after Linny rejected her all those times. I really have to commend her perseverance. Too bad for her, though. Despite preparing all those questions, I never answered a single one. Her perfume products are so popular that you have to get in line before the break of dawn to have a chance at snapping any up. However, I'm far too sensitive to the smell of perfume, and it's really rude to sneeze. So, I have to take the long way around. Humans are complicated creatures. Even when they are not doing so intentionally, they will still unconsciously hide their true selves. Though I can always notice a few redundant details, I won't expose their facades when it isn't necessary.
Lynette really is just literally me.
Magic shows were once their livelihood, but now they are more of a convenient identity to present to society. In the name of magic performances, we can easily gain more access throughout the city and be the eyes of our house.
Your efforts to save Fontaine really do sound a lot like the planning stage of terrorism.
Wanna come over for tea? Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Ooh.
I really do want to use her. But yeah, she's basically just the worst Kazuha. And I already don't even use Kazuha all that much. But of course, I impulsively kind of invested her all the way up here. Brought her all the way to level 70.
Silly churl, Billy churl,
And I spent wishes to get her to C6 as well. Yeah. I mean, she does have pretty damn good constellations. This is pretty good. Well, I think using this ability, using the hold is a bit finicky in combat in my experience. This basically just doubles the damage of her burst, which is pretty damn good. Improves her damage output. That's good, that improves her damage output, but also increases her energy particle generation. Increases damage. And oh, thankfully, yeah, that animo damage bonus, okay. I thought it was only an animo infusion, which of course is useless, because I wanted to use it as an animo DPS. I thought that was a cool idea. Of course, nah, not anymore. So if I did that, she would basically just be worse catching, and catching already didn't turn out well. Oh, didn't mean to do that. But it does give an animo damage bonus as well, so it's fine. Of course, her skill is fine. This does like good damage, I think, and of course she somewhat acts as a buffer because
Billy churl,
of this.
silly Billy, hilly churl. Ooh.
Yeah, I do believe she's rated as like fairly highly, but she could be a lot better.
Huh? Toodaloo.
Again, I feel like she should have been the 5-star. Because to me, she's a much more interesting character than Linny. Linny's only more interesting to most people, I think, just because they give him so much more screen time, because he is the 5-star. They really should give Lynette a hangout event.
Silly churl,
Because I think she's by far the better character.
Silly Billy, hilly
She just hasn't been given the chance to really show that properly yet. I mean, they're both great. They're both amongst the best characters in the game immediately, just straight after release. It's really good, both in gameplay and in story. Again, I really wanted Linny, but I knew Hu Tao was coming soon, so.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo. Yeah, I'll pick Linny up on his next banner works. He seems really fun. He's very much my playstyle, it seems.
This realm.
Did this just complete? Just now? Huh. So look at that. $18, so I need another 10. Right? How many of these do I need? Oh yeah, this is a day set, alright. 29, so I need another 11. If this is fun, I'm not investing in this yet, because it's probably going to be a while before I get those two characters. Especially Ayato. So I already have Tartaglia. And so, yeah, I don't need Ayato. Hello. I also think Kole should be the 5-star,
This realm is.
and Tainari the 4-star. I mean, in a lot of these cases, both characters are very good. It might just be a personal taste thing. But to me, with Tainari, there's a lot of similarities between him and Alhaitham. To me, so it's kind of just two characters kind of treading over each other. Whereas all of the good things about like Linny as a character, primarily like a standout scene for him is like his emotional instability, him starting to get really fucking angry at Riosley fucking with him. You could have done that with Lynette as well, but with Lynette it would be even better, quite frankly, because of Lynette's past, which Linny kind of half shares, but not quite. I just think if you gave those scenes to Lynette, they'd be comparatively better. And for Kole, I mean, Tainari is like, oh, he's a teacher and all that, and he cares for the forest, and yeah, it's not that deep. But Kole, also similarly to Lynette, has past trauma. And she has fun dynamics with a lot of other characters. The only character that Tainari interacts with is Alhaitham, pretty much, and Kole. And Sino, of course. But who fucking likes Sino? Sino is like a decent meme for about 5 seconds. And then that's it. And who plays Sino as well? Like, why? Why would you? He's just like, he's a 5-star Razor. I don't get why you would. There's like cool things about his aesthetic. The whole Egyptian theme. But of course, I don't think that meshes with him being the pun man, the silly boy, who just throws around shitty jokes all the time. But yeah, and of course, Kole's progressively becoming more and more irrelevant. Of course, like Hirara's release, she does the same sub-DPS Dendro role as Kole, though actually she does it slightly better. Although her skill has no sub-DPS element to it, her burst is better than Cole's. But then her skill has shielding to it. So people generally regard Kirara as a better character out of the two. So it's a massive shame that Cole's now basically just completely outclassed. But she is still free, which is good. I think they said she's going to be on an upcoming banner. How are constellations? She has some decent ones, I think. Yeah, this effectively doubles the duration of her passive, which is decent. More damage, a little bit of elemental mastery buff to not Collei herself. Fucking classic. I fucking hate constellations like this. And this is also a pretty decent damage buff, I think.
Toodaloo.
Effectively, this is going to give you an extra Dendro reaction, which is decent. Obviously, you can compare it to Fischl's second constellation.
1 client, 2 clients.
That's a
3
decent
clients.
point of like how to compare like a Sumeru character to a Mondstadt character. Yeah, they have a similar effect, but for Fischl it's her second constellation. For Collei, it's her 6th constellation. I think that's a good microcosm for how 4-star balancing has gone throughout the game. But yeah, Lynette would probably be a much more impressive character if we just didn't already have Kazuha. And also, I mean, if you're looking at a buffer, Sucrose. Sucrose is probably better, with her elemental mastery buffing being way bigger.
Toodaloo.
There's 50, and this can go quite a lot. I mean, only 20%.
Wanna come over for tea?
So, if you have 100 elemental mastery, this is only 20. But if you have 1,000, then it's 200. But I mean, yeah, I suppose in that way, yeah, it's directly a downgrade to Nahida.
Silly Billy Hilly Churl.
Which, yeah, in perspective, just further shows us how fucking crazy good Nahida is. They decided, yeah, she's the best sub DPS in the game. She functions as an on-field DPS. Let's also just put fucking Sucrose's kit in there as well. just put Sucrose's entire buffing capability and make it even better by making it last longer and be a higher number. Yeah, we're good.
Toodaloo.
I do like that though. I like the idea of like Archons being in every team role. Of course, John Lee is a support shielder. He's a sub DPS, elemental skill and burst, and he's a DPS because his passive affects his normal
When the
attack.
sun's out, bathe in sunlight.
Is it?
But
Doesn't it?
when the moon's out,
Yes.
bathe in moonlight.
Obviously, unfortunately, it isn't enough to be worth it. Because I think they should have made it so that whilst he has his shield up, he gains a Geo damage bonus, and he gets a Geo infusion. That way you could actually run him some Geo DPS. You'd still be insane to do that, to run a Geo DPS character, honestly, but it would be there.
1 client, 2 clients, 3 clients.
And then of course Nahida works as a DPS due to her being a catalyst user. I'm very sorry. I'm not sorry at all. I should probably go for this.
Billy Churl, silly Billy Hilly Churl.
Obviously, Nahida, good on-field DPS for best sub DPS in the game, and also buffs up your team's elemental mastery by quite a lot. And if you have her C2, fucking 30% defense reduction. That's... Her conversations are so fucking crazy, man. I want them so bad.
Toodaloo.
Just adding 160 elemental mastery to her. This is crazy. This is so fucking insanely overpowered. That will basically always be active. That basically just increases Nahida's elemental mastery by 160. Considering that her ascension gives her like 115 or something, this is crazy.
Silly
This is fine.
Billy
This is not that
Silly
crazy.
Billy Hilly
This is...
Ooh.
Obviously, well, depending on RNG. But I mean... It's unfortunate it only has a 20% crit rate. But when it does crit, it's going to be dealing a lot of damage.
When the sun's out, bathe in sunlight.
And also you have a
But
defense
when the
reduction
moon's
that's
out,
crazy.
bathe in moonlight.
And then this just makes her the best DPS in the game. Like, god damn. Of course, A has her skill being sub DPS, her burst making her a DPS, and also a support element to it. Venti has DPS constellations, and his skill kind of has a DPS element to it. In that you can use like plunging attacks. Like, Venti is intended to be DPS, kind of like John Lee, but they just didn't want to do it.
One client, two clients.
That's a shame, because like the concept of using several arrows with one firing is of course a really cool concept. It's completely wasted on one of Venti's constellations and never brought up ever again. Of course, Venti's burst is sub DPS and support. Farina is going to have DPS elements, and she has to use her charge attack to switch between her skills. I think she gets her Hydro Infusion somewhere in her kit. Her elemental skill is Hydro sub DPS, and her burst gives the biggest damage buff in the game. And she heals. So yeah, Farina absolutely has everything. Well, wait, there's nothing left for me to do now. We only have a couple quests left in Fontaine. I'm really happy with the amount of primos we've earned today. I think I started out with 2,300 today. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. I'm feeling the temptation to wish for official C6. I'm not going to. Because I can't do that. But yeah, maybe I'll discover some remaining quests. But for now, I mean, we're basically done with a new area. 97% and over 100%. Only a couple quests left, which I'll pick up at some fucking point. I'll Google a guide to find out where they are. We do need those, like, parts for chests here. But yeah, so I don't know if I'll do any more streams of 4.1, but when Honkai Star Rail comes out on Tuesday, I think I'll be streaming it. Of course, depending on how much I like it, I'll still be like logging in every day to get my daily login reward for it probably, but I don't know how much I'll actually play it. I still have to play Outlast and whatever the fuck else. And I want to start a new playthrough of the original Resident Evil 4 again. I wish. One of the things I'm most disappointed about in a remake, I know there's like no way they'd ever do this. I just think it would be really cool if they actually put a randomizer in the game, so that you didn't have to rely on mods. The game itself actually had a randomizer in it, and they could randomize for merchant's inventory, for merchant's costs, for weapon upgrades, enemy placement, loot placement, each boss battle. There's so much they could do, especially like if they made an in-game thing. There's some like they put effort effort into it. And then they could put options like make it so that the bosses join the general enemy pool, so that every enemy that spawns could be a fucking Verdugo. They could have done stuff like that if they baked it into a base game. Because like RE4 randomizers are incredibly iconic, and like RE4 is one of the biggest speedruns of all time. So it really would have been great if they did that, but they didn't. Which is a big shame to me. If I were Capcom, I absolutely would have done it, because it wouldn't have even been that hard. These people casually play out mods, and it's... These people are doing it for no pay or anything, they're just doing it for shits and giggles. And they're probably less qualified than the fucking developers over at Capcom, and they just put out these mods within like weeks of a game, completely randomizing the whole thing. I think. I have not seen as many RE4 remake randomizers as I have for the original. Yeah, it just would have been brilliant, but they didn't do it. They're cowards. The AAA games want to maintain their illusion of quality, but it really is pathetic to me. Because, of course, the quality of AAA games is now dropped far, far, far below indie games. And it keeps dropping year on year. AAA, the term AAA is fucking meaningless now. It means the opposite of what it's supposed to mean. It's pathetic. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to find someone else to stream. But tomorrow I'm at uni from fucking 8 in the morning till I'm only gonna get back at 7 o'clock. And then I'm gonna be out for 12 hours tomorrow. I'm gonna be leaving home at 7:30 and I'm gonna get back home at probably 8 PM. So I'm gonna be out for more than 12 hours. Which is lovely. Because that is what university workload is like. And because they do not give a single fuck if you have to commute to school to do work. They'll still fucking overload it with it and pretend to not be really pissed off at you when you don't do the full work.
Did you hear what happened?
Like when I hadn't done the full work the other day, my teacher basically told me to do it for next fucking Friday, which, yeah, sure. Anyway, that's that.